Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we continue our class from where we stopped in the last video, which is Forex 201. So we'll be having the second lesson, which is pips. So let's look at what pips means. So in Forex, a pip is the smallest amount by which a currency quote can move. It can also be known as the smallest unit of a currency pairs in Forex. So what this means is that currency pairs or any instrument you trade in Forex moves in pips. So pip, I think I explained this already in our Forex 101 when I talked about terminologies in Forex trading. So there I mentioned that a pip simply means percentage in point. So let's look at live examples. Okay, in this screenshot, we'll be looking at some currency pairs here and how the pip is being calculated. So let's look at Euro USD. Inside this green box, you see that we have 1.0965. So that's the price of Euro USD. So 1.0965 is the amount of USD you need to get one value of Euro. I already explained this in our previous video on currency pairs. So if you've not seen the previous video on currency pairs, click on the link in the description and you watch the video to understand what I'm explaining here. So let's continue. In pip calculation, when it comes to currency pairs, it's been calculated after your decimal point. So here we have 1.0965. That means we should start calculating our pips from the fourth number, which is 5. So 5 is the fourth number in this price. So any calculation you are doing will start from 5. So let's assume that Euro USD makes a move of 1 pip. So that means we are adding 1 to this 5. So if Euro USD makes a move of 1 pip, that means your new value will be 1.0966 because Euro USD made a single pip movement. So let's continue with other examples. The next one is a Euro GBP and the value is 0.8345. And like I said, we'll start calculation from the fourth number after the decimal point. So in this scenario, 5 is still the fourth number after the decimal point. If Euro GBP should make a move of 10 pips, if you should add 10 pips to this number, you will get a new value of 0.8355 because Euro GBP made a move of 10 pips. So let's see other examples. The next one is the USD JPY. USD JPY, the value here is 122.83. Okay, in this instance, you see that there's a difference from what we have been explaining because other pairs had up to 4-digit numbers after the decimal point. But here in USD JPY, we have just 2 numbers. That's to show you that JPY pairs, you start calculating from the second number, which is 3. So every pair or currency pair that has JPY in it, be it USD JPY, GBP JPY, Swiss franc JPY, CAD JPY, and others. For the fact JPY is there, you start the pip calculation from the second number after the decimal point. So in this scenario now, 3 is the second number after the decimal point. So let's assume that USD JPY makes a move of 2 pips. The new value will become 122.85. So price moved from 0.83 to 0.85 because USD JPY made a move of 2 pips. When you add 2 to the 3, it gives you 5. So let's see other examples. GBP JPY, like I said already, for the fact that this pair has JPY in it, we have to start calculation from the second number after the decimal point, and that is 9. Let's assume that GBP JPY makes a move of 200 pips. The new value will be 163.39. 9 here is your unit, Y3 is your tens, and then the other 3 is your 100. I think we did 100 tens and units in our preliminary education, so you should be able to understand this concept. So 9 is the unit, 3 is the tens, and then this other 3, before the decimal point is the hundredth. If you should keep going up maybe to 1,000 pips, then this 6 will be affected. That's the 1,000, and then 1 here is 10,000. So with that concept, you'll be able to understand pip calculation, whether currency pairs that has JPY or normal currency pairs. So that is it for pip calculation. The same thing goes with subtraction. Just the same way you add it, that's the same way you subtract. So the last example here is gold, which is a XAU USD. So the value here is a 1934.74. So we have another exception here. Gold pip calculation starts from the first number after the decimal point, which is in this case 7. So we start the calculation from 7. So generally in currency pairs, we have 3 modes of calculating pips. The first one is the one you start calculating on the fourth decimal point, which happens to go over all the currency pairs except JPY pairs and gold. So gold and JPY pairs are the exceptions here. So every other currency pair, the pip calculation starts from the fourth number after the decimal point. But then in JPY, like I explained already, it starts from the second number. And then here in gold, it starts from the first. So gold has first, JPY pairs has second, and then every other currency pair has 4, or the fourth number. So if gold should make a move of 2 pips, that means the value will change from 7 to 9, because gold made a move of 2 pips. So let's continue with other examples. So with the initial value of 0.7, if gold makes a move of 12 pips, so the new value will be 1935.94. That's because gold made a move of 12 pips. With the same sequence I talked about of using the first number we are calculating with as your unit, then tens, 100 and the rest of it, you'll be able to understand this concept very, very well. So 9 here is the unit, while 5 is the tens. Gold making a move of 12 pips from the initial value of 4.7 or 1934.7, it will have a new value of 1935.94. So that is it for gold, and that is all I can say for now for pip calculation. So if you have any confusion or any question or anything you can talk about, you can do that in the comment section. So thank you for watching, and see you in our next class. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. You can also follow our Instagram account for more updates and information.